Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? Yes, so easy a caveman can do it. Yeah, right. That's the biggest myth. If you believe that, I got some oceanfront property in Arizona that I'm dying to sell you. But I felt just like this caveman today. It felt like I built my whole trading station out of rocks, that I carved it out of rocks, that I was sitting on a rock all day, and that I was using a rock to hit my keyboard. I mean and it's crazy. And it's all the weight that I put on myself. The market didn't put it on me. Nobody else put it on me. I put it on myself. And so now I'm so tired. My eyes are about to close. I just need to go take a shower and lay down. And it shouldn't be that way because all I did today was get in a trade and sit back and wait. I waited all day. But all throughout the day, I just kept throwing weight on my back because I'm wanting the stock market to move. It's like I was trying to pick the market up and carry it to where I wanted it to go. I mean, it was just a crazy, crazy day. Low volume, low volatility. I think everybody's paying attention to Tesla now. I think everybody's putting their 10 shares or 5 shares on Tesla looking for it to go up 10 points or 100 points or 200 points. They're just, I guess that's where everybody is. And we just didn't see the volume of volatility in the market today. All right, but before we get to it, just want to remind you guys, swing trading class starts tomorrow. If you want to get in on it, all you got to do is become a member. I don't sell classes standalone. All you have to do is become a member. It doesn't matter whether you're monthly, quarterly, the roadmap member, or lifetime, annual. It doesn't matter. Everybody gets everything. Nobody's segregated. Everybody is of equal value to me. So, class is free. All the recordings are free. Everything is free. Free. So, tomorrow, all you have to do is join. Become a member. Pick your point. Go to the website, AverageJoeTrader.com. Pick your poison. Whatever fits your budget. And you got access to everything. All right, so this morning, only one stock we traded. It was just a crazy day, like I said, just crazy. Now, DIS, this is a stock that I have in my long-term portfolio, so I knew the numbers. I knew the numbers coming in weeks ago. I was looking for it to push through 150 on up. I was looking for a run up around 175 on this big push. And then before earnings reports next quarter, I will be taking some profit off the table at 200. But this coronavirus came in and it kind of threw a wrench into everything. So I was kind of concerned about how that was going to affect the stock. They closed one of their parks, or they closed their park in China. There's going to be, theaters closing, more theaters closing as well because of the virus to try to prevent the spread of it. And that's going to hurt some of their movie revenue. So I knew the numbers were really strong. I just didn't know whether the numbers could withstand the negativity and the financial burden that this coronavirus is going to put on it. So it did run up this morning, even though it wasn't reporting until this afternoon. We did get a gap up, had a lot of volume this morning, and it ran into this level of resistance. So in my mind, I'm like, we kind of hit a brick ceiling up here, a steel ceiling. And we had this huge sell candle at the open. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then this candle opens. It tries to push up a little bit and sells off. We're below the 50 and all of this. And I know the 100 is sitting here, but I'm feeling that this momentum is so strong that we should be able to get through this. At least that's what I convinced myself of. And I think it was more of me convincing myself to take this trade and roll the dice on this. But it is a setup. It is an opening range breakdown. I executed it perfectly. It just failed. And it likely failed because it was too close to support. So it's not that it failed because of the trade was bad because of user error or trader error. It just failed because there have been so many that just sell through this in the first 10-15 minutes and then come back. So all I wanted it to do was come through here so I could take profit. I was going to take 2/3 off, and if it bounced back and took me out at break even, all well and good. I'd have my base hit, and I'm ready to get back in again. So it turned around on me, ended up stopping out here according to plan. I think that was right at $200, maybe a couple dollars over on this stop. So managed it perfectly. But since we made this little bullish, we had this pullback, we had this little bullish pattern, and we kind of ripped through the moving averages, I jumped in right here. And I top ticked this. And it came back down. Fortunately, this 5-minute opening range level held that support, and it just kind of worked its way back up. But all through this, holding it, it just seems like I put a 50-pound rucksack on my back, and I just climbed the hill with the stop. And I was just completely exhausted. But it finally hit my target up here, and we pulled back, ended up taking it out. I'm thinking we hit it once over here, we hit it twice. I'm thinking we're probably going to come back based on it double topping here, but it popped back up, tapped it again, and pulled back a little bit, making a higher low. Tried it for the 4th time and then sold off. And it did exactly what I wanted to see it do for me to go long on this. It triggered me to the long side. But I only went in half my normal size. I only went in 100 shares because I was incurring a little bit more risk than I normally would. I wasn't 100% sure how much this stock could digest the fallout from the coronavirus. And obviously, it was able to digest it, but it couldn't go anywhere. So I was able to get the first leg, got a base hit on this, and ended up having to stop out break even. But I really thought when I got 148 that 150 it would hit. I had an order in up here, but it didn't hit it. It hit this one, but it didn't hit this one. And we never made it back. It ended up stopping out. And here we had a big bounce. But I have no direction on this anymore. None. So I don't know if this is going to be tradable tomorrow. Will it be shortable? Will it turn into a good short? Will it finally sell through tomorrow? We'll see. But I'll be ready. I'll be locked and loaded and ready to go. So that was my trade on DIS. And it just seemed like it was a lot of work for just $143.02. But the funny part is, all I did was get in the trade and leave it alone. But by the end of the day, I'm beat up. I feel like a truck's run over. So just a really crazy feeling today on this. We did get in one of the swing trades from our watch list on Sunday. UPS, we've been watching this, waiting for the bounce. This is our oversold setup. Everything was in place. Everything was in line. This was a perfect setup. And I got in. We sold off a little bit initially, and then we made the move up. When I looked at this at lunch, it was looking good. And then after the close, I look at it, and it's come all the way back in. And I'm looking at this ridiculous indecision candle on the daily. Now, admittingly, I did expect this to sell off to 100 before the bounce, but it triggered today, and I was willing to give it a chance. So we're still in. We're up maybe 0.1 or 0.2% or something like that. We're practically even scratch on the day. Again, it just seems like I worked all day and I don't have anything to show for it, other than $100. It's really, really, really frustrating at this point. All right, so that's going to do it. We're going to be looking for this to make a move up. Now, I had this out here because I've had some wicked moves happen, and I end up getting caught in this on the good side. I've had partial fills. I've had my whole order taken out at an extremely high or low level based on whether I was long or short, and just made me free money is basically what it did. So that's why I have this all the way up here. But this is a target. But my first target is around here. This is a gap. You can't see it yet. You can't see it on here, but if you look at the daily chart, you'll see the gap I'm talking about. This is the gap, and I'm looking for it to get into this gap and make a march up. But by then, I would have taken half off, and I'd be able to get into another swing trade while this one is continuing to work. Or if there's a lucrative day trade on the horizon, an all-day hold potential, I could get that. But I'd be freed up. But that's where we are on this UPS. We'll be looking tomorrow, looking to see if we can get a gap up on this and a continued move up through 105. Really thought we would see 105 today, but just wasn't in the cards. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for me. You guys have a great night, a great evening, and don't forget about the class tomorrow. If you're interested, join us. If you have any questions, email me, ed@AverageJoeTrader.com.